Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are wading into, well, a truly chaotic digital landscape.
It really is.
I mean, it's this constant war between the hyper-personalized tools, the ones built just for you, and then these monolithic integrated enterprise systems that, basically run the global economy.
The corporate machine versus the personal palace.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is the great decision every single knowledge worker faces. Do you build your own palace of productivity, or do you just plug yourself into the matrix?
That's it. And our deep dive today is to really get into the architectural choices behind these two models. On one side, you've got something like Notion, promising, limitless flexibility.
The ultimate individualist tool.
And on the other, an enterprise behemoth like Salesforce, which trades a lot of that flexibility for a massive integrated scale. For you, the listener, the mission is to understand what each system prioritizes, because the trade-offs are, well, they're hidden in the infrastructure.
Especially when it comes to things like speed, complexity, and complexity, and as we'll see, maybe even job security. Okay, so let's unpack this. We have to start with workflow. I think before you can even choose an app, you have to define yourself. Are you a fleeting note taker?
The person who needs speed above all else.
Right. Or are you a curator? Someone who needs that deep, detailed, rich formatting, complex, searchable organization.
And that self-assessment is so key, because trying to use a curator's tool for a fleeting thought is it's guaranteed to create friction.
So let's start with those fleeting note takers. If speed is king, we're looking at the apps designed purely for capture. And the champion here has to be Google Keep.
Oh yeah, Keep is the perfect digital equivalent of a sticky note. And its limitations are actually part of its appeal. It's free, it's in the cloud, and you can get to it instantly on any platform just by logging into your Google account.
And it has a few minimalist features that are actually pretty powerful. The color coding, and especially the dictation.
The dictation is great. It automatically transcribes your voice notes, so you can just talk into your phone and it's captured.
But, as we said, there's no complex organization, no rich formatting, you can't even bold text.
By design, it's bare bones.
Which naturally pushes a lot of users for that middle ground, which is kind of dominated by the platform defaults.
Right. If you're on Windows, you have Microsoft Sticky Notes, it's built in, it's free, and it has just a little more functionality than Keep. Some basic formatting, and it syncs through your OneNote account.
And over on the Apple side, Apple Notes has gotten really, really good.
It really has. It's free with macOS and iOS, and it's matured into a very respectable curator tool now. You get collaboration, you can lock notes with Touch ID.
And that visual gallery view is actually great for sifting through content quickly.
But the big drawback for both of those is the ecosystem lock-in. You are tethered. If you use a mix of Windows and Android or Apple and Google, you start hitting some serious friction just trying to move your data around.
And this is exactly where the curator class enters the conversation. You need power, not just speed. You need a digital filing cabinet.
And for years that was Evernote.
The original.
Evernote really understood content hoarding and deep research. It excels at rich formatting. You can add tables, record audio notes, clip whole websites.
But the killer feature, especially for a learner processing tons of documents, has to be its optical character recognition, OCR.
Oh, absolutely. Let's just define that for a second because it's so important. OCR is what makes the text inside an image or a PDF fully searchable.
So I can drop a 50-page scanned document in there.
Or even just a picture of a receipt. Without OCR, it's just a picture. You can't search for a word inside it. With Evernote's OCR, it processes that image, finds the text, and lets you search for that word across your entire library.
That saves researchers countless hours. It fundamentally changes the nature of the document.
It does. It makes static documents into active, searchable knowledge.
Okay, so Evernote has the power, but it has two big weaknesses. One, no Markdown support, which is a big deal for writers.
A huge drawback. And two, if you're on the free tier, offline access is very restricted.
Which then leads you to the really specialized writing tools, things like Bear and Ulysses.
Exactly. They prioritize the writing experience above all else. Bear has that gorgeous interface, uses hashtags for organization, but it's Apple exclusive.
And Ulysses is similar. Polished, great for organizing big projects, but it's a subscription. And again, Mac and iOS only. The lesson here is pretty clear, right?
The more specialized the tool, the higher the efficiency for that one task, but the lower its general utility.
That journey, from the simple sticky note all the way to a specialized writing platform, perfectly sets up our next subject, Notion.
Notion, the app that looked at that entire messy ecosystem and basically said, we can replace all of it.
It's the ultimate attempt at convergence, isn't it?
Totally. It combines your notes, your task manager, a wiki, an intelligent database, all into one single application. Its basic unit, the block, is just incredibly versatile.
And the core strength, the thing that makes it irreplaceable for millions of people, isn't really the note-taking, it's the data architecture.
Absolutely. Notion's genius is that it lets you create what it calls a view. You can take the same set of data and, with a click, see it as a table, a Kanban board, a list, a timeline.
All without writing a single line of code.
No queries, no code. This is what's made it the central hub for so many remote teams. It's this powerful, collaborative wiki. And crucially, unlike Bear or Ulysses, it's cross-platform, web, desktop, mobile.
Okay, let's stop there and really dig into the contradiction.
Yeah.
Because the learner who jumps into Notion expecting instant perfection, they're going to hit a wall. You mentioned the complaints we've seen. People call it absolutely exhausting.
Yeah.
If it's so powerful, why can't users just build simplicity into it?
Well, that's a great question, and it gets to the hidden cost of all that flexibility. Cognitive load. Because you can build anything, you have to build everything.
So the setup time is huge.
It requires a significant upfront investment of time and expertise just to design your own workflows, your templates, your navigation. The learning curve is steep.
And the functional gaps can be pretty shocking. For example, you said its task management just plain sucks compared to something like Todoist. Why? I have a database of tasks. Why can't I just build in recurrence?
Because native recurrence is a complex piece of logic, not just a data field. You need the system to automatically create a new task, say, every Monday after you check the last one off.
And Notion doesn't have that engine.
It lacks the native engine to do it reliably. You can hack it together with formulas and workarounds, but it's not the seamless, intuitive experience of a dedicated task manager.
And that friction just gets magnified on mobile, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The mobile app is a major pain point for complex work. It's fine for taking off the to-do list, but for serious database work or referencing linked pages, the friction is just too high.
So it's this fantastic generalist that's amazing at data architecture, but it struggles with the specialized, high-speed, or mobile-first workflows.
Exactly. And it still lacks that powerful OCR we saw in Evernote. It asks you to be both the user and the software architect, and that is a massive time commitment.
Okay, we've spent enough time in the world of personal flexibility. Let's pivot to the other side, enterprise integration. Let's talk about Salesforce.
The behemoth. Founded back in 1999, Salesforce didn't just pioneer CRM, it pioneered the whole software as a service model.
Sales. We hear that all the time.
And the key to understanding Salesforce is its hybrid architecture. First, you have the core products. Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud. Those are pure SaaS.
Meaning subscription-based, you access it all through a web browser, and Salesforce handles all the maintenance and updates.
Exactly. Your company doesn't install anything locally.
But the real power of Salesforce isn't just in that off-the-shelf CRM. It's in the second layer, the PaaS.
The platform as a service. This is where the magic and the complexity really happens.
Right.
That PaaS layer, the Salesforce platform, is what lets admins and developers build and deploy entirely new applications right on Salesforce's infrastructure. So your IT team isn't just configuring fields.
They're building custom tools from the ground up.
Right. Custom reports, custom user interfaces, whole new apps.
And they do that using Salesforce's own proprietary tools, things like Apex and Lightning components.
Yes. Apex is their back-end code, kind of like their version of Java for the cloud. And the Lightning Components framework is what builds the modern user interface. This PaaS layer is why a big company can have a time tracking app and an HR system living seamlessly on the same Salesforce core.
And what's really fascinating here is that even if you never touch Salesforce at work, you can get your hands on this for free.
Yeah, the Salesforce Developer Edition, or DevOrg, gives you a fully featured lifetime free developer account. It's capped at 200 millibit of data, but it's your own free sandbox to play in the enterprise world.
And that enterprise world is now laser focused on AI.
Aggressively so. They started years ago with Salesforce Einstein, but the massive initiative now is Agentforce.
Their agentic AI platform from 2024.
Right. And Agentforce isn't just predictive. It's designed to create autonomous agents that can actually perform end-to-end tasks, handling customer service issues, generating marketing campaigns, even sales coaching.
The difference in that architecture notion versus Salesforce leads us to a critical, real-world differentiator that I think surprises a lot of users. Offline access.
It's a fundamental split. For a professional on a flight or a field agent somewhere remote, this is a huge deal.
And Notion is built with this in mind.
It is. It offers really robust offline functionality through its native desktop and mobile apps. Your data is partially stored locally, so you can access and edit pages, even databases, while you're disconnected. It just syncs when you reconnect.
It's pretty seamless.
Very.
Whereas Salesforce, being SaaS and browser first, is just inherently reliant on having a connection. It offers, no official desktop application for offline work?
None. Zero. It forces all that functionality onto the mobile app, and the limitations there are severe.
How severe are we talking? I saw the numbers in the source material, and they were kind of shocking.
Extremely restricted. The cache limits are tiny for an enterprise system. You can only cache up to 30 of your most recently accessed record types, across only 5 of your most recently used objects, for a grand total of just 210 records.
210. That's maybe a day's worth of pipeline data. Total.
Hit me.
Wait, let me push back on that for a second. Is that tiny limit a flaw? Or is it a security measure? Is it designed to protect the integrity of this massive central database?
That's the key distinction. It's absolutely a design choice rooted in managing complexity, but it manifests as a huge user burden. The system is optimized for real-time data integrity, so it has to strictly limit what's pulled down.
And more importantly, the high-value custom stuff, the things built on that post layer, often just breaks offline entirely.
Completely. The biggest failure points are flows. These are the essential automated workflows that admins build.
With automatically updating a record when a case is closed.
Exactly. That logic relies on server-side computation. When you're offline, those engines are gone. Same with custom interfaces built with Visualforce pages or complex Lightning Web components. They just fail because the code needs a live connection.
So the powerful automation that makes the platform so valuable is the first thing you lose when the connection drops.
Precisely. And to make it worse, the user has to proactively prepare for it. You have to manually prime your data cache while you're still online. If you just open the app for the first time while offline,
You get nothing.
you get absolutely nothing. It's the perfect illustration of the architectural clash. Notion prioritizes the user experience. Salesforce prioritizes centralized data integrity.
And when you look at that sheer scale of the enterprise environment, especially with AI now in the mix, the impacts become immediate and profound.
Yeah, Salesforce is a critical case study here. They deployed Agentforce in 2024. By mid-2025, the CEO is claiming that AI agents were performing between 30 and 50% of the company's internal work.
And the stated goal was to reassign employees to higher value, more strategic roles.
That was the claim.
But then we have to look at the immediate workforce consequence. Just a few months later, in September 2025, the company eliminated roughly 4,000 customer service roles.
They did. Their support workforce was cut from around 9,000 down to 5,000. And they cited a 17% reduction in support costs, directly attributed to the deployment of those AI agents.
This stark illustration. The repeatable high-volume knowledge work is the first target for autonomous AI in the enterprise. And when you run a platform that big, that scale comes with immense visibility and risk.
Yeah.
We saw this in 2025 with some targeted cyber incidents.
Yes, there were sophisticated campaigns. One group used social engineering to trick users into installing a modified data litter to get access.
And another group compromised critical OF tokens through third-party app integrations.
Right, like the Salesloft Drift integration. It just shows that the more integrated a platform is, the wider the attack surface becomes.
And the complexity of running a company that large extends way beyond just security. It's in the public eye, every move is scrutinized.
Exactly. The public controversies become news because of the company's massive footprint. You had the 2023 and 2024 layoffs after a period of really rapid hiring.
Then the whole controversy around Matthew McConaughey's $10 million salary as a creative advisor.
And then in 2025, the CEO's statement and subsequent apology about deploying the National Guard in San Francisco. These moments, while they're separate from the tech itself, they really reveal that intense political and cultural complexity that comes with powering the commercial infrastructure of major cities.
So let's bring this all back home to you, the listener. We've gone from a digital sticky note to the enterprise machine. What is the main takeaway when you're choosing yours?
It's that you are always making a conscious choice. Always. You choose something like Notion when you prioritize that database-driven flexibility, customization without code, and a solid native app experience.
But you have to accept its gaps. The weak task management, the lack of OCR, and the huge time investment required to build your system.
Exactly. Conversely, you choose the Salesforce model when you need massive integration power, compliance, security, and a whole ecosystem of tools for mission-critical business.
And you accept the complexity, the vendor lock-in, the harsh offline limits, and the reality that you're just one small part of a massive standardized system.
Your workflow dictates the tool. It's that simple.
And that leads us to our final lasting thought. These personalized knowledge apps like Notion can feel irreplaceable for managing your own work. But the rapid, aggressive adoption of AI in the enterprise space is fundamentally shifting the value of that work.
We've just seen the evidence. A company can eliminate 4,000 human customer service jobs because AI agents can handle half the interactions.
So the real deep dive isn't just knowing the feature list of your apps. It's understanding how quickly the very specific, repeatable knowledge work you currently manage in Notion or Evernote might become the next most efficient target for those autonomous AI agents.
The question isn't just which tool you use today, it's how those tools will eventually redefine the utility of your job itself.